Today's Metro News television forecast is brought to you by Greer Industries, improving people's lives for more than a century.
Thanks so much for tuning in. Still for about 2 to 2.5 days, still timing and placing some rain potentially yet. And total for that time in the blues is generally around a 1/2 inch to 1 inch of rain, and the purples is around 1.5 inches and locally higher too. So again, a couple or so days yet, so we'll be timing some rain. We'll be monitoring, we'll call it a surface stationary front, and see if there are any north and south wobbles to the front. Will help direct where showers will be favorable in the state. Regardless, enough heavy moisture in the air and some areas already some previous rainfall. There's a marginal to borderline slight risk of excessive rain Tuesday and Tuesday night for flash flood potential that's out there. So remember, turn around, don't drown. High of 75, low at 65 yesterday in Charleston. Average high is 78. This morning, southern and eastern areas of the state had some passing showers, and again, for everybody, at least a chance to borderline likely chance of showers, potential thunderstorms. Can't rule out any heavy excessive rain today and tonight. Fly CRV forecast, it starts at home. Looking at some select cities here. Charlotte, 82, chance of showers and storms. Chicago, also near 82, with a mix of sun and clouds. From Panhandle to Panhandle, 70s to near 80. Chance of showers and some potential thunderstorms, especially in the afternoon, evening, chances tonight. And eastern areas may have had to dodge some showers and storms already early today. We'll still monitor chances today and tonight. Lows around the ranks of the 60s. Southern, from east to west, highs around the 70s to approaching 80 for the most part. Lows in the 60s, chances for showers and storms. And to the south, including Charleston as well. Likely showers, chance of thunderstorms. Be mindful of that risk of excessive rain. Today, chance tomorrow, ending early Thursday, and then we get some high pressure and drier air for the weekend. And we'll have some prolonged dry conditions Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Highs in the 70s to near 80.
In 1914, the same year the first commercial flight soared and the Panama Canal opened, Greer Industries was born. Herbert and Agnes Greer began in Morgantown, West Virginia, striking the first pick into the limestone formation that would become the backbone of one of the state's great industrial legacies. From the roads we drive on, the buildings we build, and the communities we serve, Greer Industries has been delivering quality for decades. At Greer Industries, we've been improving lives for more than a century.
Live from West Virginia's capital city with news from across the state. This is Metro News Midday, presented by Salango Law, with 13 News and Tonight Live anchor Amanda Barron and Metro News' Dave Allen.
Welcome into the 2 o'clock hour, the final hour. It's Metro News Midday, powered by Salango Law. Visit salangolaw.com. Stephanie Pauly, Ryan Nicholson, our producers today. We'll get to Open Line West Virginia coming up at the bottom of the hour. 1-800-765-TALK or text 304-TALK-304. It's Metro News Midday.
Metro News Midday is presented by Salango Law. SalangoLaw.com. Join in by calling 800-765-8255 or text 304-TALK-304. Let's go live to downtown Charleston. Here's Dave Allen.
Welcome in to a Tuesday edition of Metro News Midday, powered by Salango Law. Visit salangolaw.com. Dave Allen in the host chair for you on this Tuesday. Stephanie Pauly, Ryan Nicholson, our producers today. Open Line West Virginia coming up at the bottom of the hour. Text me 304-TALK-304 or call 1-800-765-TALK. I mentioned I was on vacation all last week, so I missed you. What do you have to say, West Virginia? Now is your chance. Well, you know, one of the things I love to talk about is food. And I told you I'm going to tell you about my vacation next week, most of which was spent bouncing around restaurants in the Golden Isles of the South. That's pretty much. Yeah, there was a big body of water. It's ocean, I think they call it, or something like that. I don't know. But highlight for me was eating. So anytime somebody reaches out and says, hey, we got this program we want to talk about, and it's about food, I say I am in. Our good friends at West Virginia State University, the Extension Service there, they are teaming up with some folks to offer a free youth cooking program this summer here in Charleston. Alexandra Cruikshank is with the, actually she's the West Virginia State University Extension Service Program Assistant, and she joins us on sets. Good afternoon. Welcome to the show.
Hi. Thanks for having me, Dave. How are you?
I am fine. Thank you for being here. So tell us about this program, and we'll kind of break it down specifically from there. Who's this open to?
Okay. So these classes are open to youths ages 12 to 15 here locally, whoever wants to come to Charleston for 4 days. This is a 4-day program that we are doing with our partners, West Virginia Health Right Community Wellness Center, located on the west side. They have a really nice teaching kitchen that they are hosting us in this year, which is really exciting.
But even though this is in Charleston, we'll give you the dates and everything coming up. People from if they want to come and spend some time in Charleston, this could be open to folks in Wheeling, Lewisburg, wherever our stations are heard, right?
Yeah, anybody who wants to come. It's the kids need to be there for all 4 days. It is from 9 a.m. to about 1 p.m. in the afternoon. I do feed them lunch. We make lunch and eat together every day, and it's a Tuesday through Friday, essentially.
Okay. So tell us about your background. You and I were talking off the air about some of your background. What led you to do this for a living? What you're doing with this program?
Yeah. So growing up, all I ever wanted to do was be a pastry chef. So
There's worse things.
There's worse things. Yeah, absolutely. But no, I had a really fun career. I went to culinary school. I got a culinary degree and a baking degree because I couldn't just do anything simple. So I did
Overachiever.
both. Overachiever, 100%. Dean's List, summa cum laude, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah.
Worked myself to death. And then got into the mainstream career path down here for a little bit. I worked at a custom cake shop several years ago. And then I left the state in 2019 to go work at the Nemacolin Resort in Pennsylvania. Met some phenomenal people up there. But again, I went up there in 2019. So what happened the very following year?
Well, that would be that thing that starts with the C, right?
Yeah, that thing, right? So that was a very big wake-up call for a lot of people in the industry. Me especially, I was finally getting to the point where I was making chocolate sculptures and sugar sculptures and cooking for celebrities. And honestly, the burnout hit really hard.
Mm-hmm.
So I decided to move home and
So
do
home
something
for
different.
you is West Virginia.
Yeah,
You're
home
from
for me
West
is West Virginia, absolutely.
Virginia. Okay.
And did a little soul searching and then ended up finding the job offer here at Western State University and tried it out, and I love it. I am now teaching nutrition to children
Okay.
as a pastry chef. So
smell the irony.
we're
in
having
that,
a
but,
blast,
well,
honestly.
Well, and I think there's so many different things, and again, West Virginia over the last couple of years. I know you went away for a while, but you came back, and West Virginia is really making a name for itself on the national and international level with our food scene. We do a segment every Friday on the show called The Lunch Spot, where we go around the state of West Virginia and we interview just these mom and pop restaurants. Sometimes they're huge. Sometimes they may have 5 tables in them, and we do pastries and we do pizza and we do all the things. And it amazes me the stories about the uniqueness, if you will, of some of our culinary destinations in West Virginia. And it sounds like you're trying to train these young people to possibly stay in West Virginia and to explore what their passion is.
Yeah, absolutely. I've had quite a few kids, and if they're listening, they know who they are. They are very talented young home cooks and who are doing really awesome. So it'd be really cool to see them go into that career path. And while that would be a really nice side effect of the classes, it's primarily focused on getting them kind of ready for adulthood and developing a healthy relationship with food.
So even if they don't go into this as a profession, we need to, learn how to eat a little bit better, present company included.
Absolutely. West Virginia has a lot of different health concerns right now. Well, we kind of always had some, but, diabetes and heart disease are really prevalent in our state. And being able to identify what kind of nutrition helps us specifically, because everybody's bodies are different, and developing that relationship with food and that understanding of how it works for us is really important. So helping them start now helps them to keep that relationship going into adulthood. So that's kind of my goal. I want them to be ready to take charge of their life and understand what's being put in their bodies when they come completely independent for themselves.
And you have been a pastry chef, and there's nothing wrong with that because everything in moderation, right?
Everything moderation, exactly.
Including moderation.
Yeah.
I stole that line from somebody. I kind of like it. We're talking again to Alexandra Cruikshank about this program. All right, so kids and their parents, they get involved in this. Take us through an average day of this program.
Okay. So very first day, we kind of try to do it a little bit easy. We do some knife skills. We go over a lot of food safety. We do the introduction to nutrition. And then they will work with knives. I give them some cut gloves so they don't cut themselves. But they do, we go through cutting up different things. They make some sweet potato fries, and then we have some sandwiches and stuff, and kind of try to do a little bit easy. And then I really lay it on them the next few days. No mercy. So we go over, we make yeasted breads. We make self-rising breads, like the ones that use like baking powder instead of yeast, things along those lines. I teach them how to do omelets, basically, so they learn how to do stovetop skills. And then on the very last day is their biggest challenge. They each individually make their own Cornish game hen. So they have to
Nice.
temperature check it. They have to make a compound, butter and olive oil put under the skin. They are hilarious. They are hilarious doing that. But they had a really good time. And then each team of 2 is going to get a different dish that is going to cover all the different like nutritional skills. And then once everything's done, they each present their dish to the rest of the class, and they will verbally walk the rest of the class through what they did. So they are teaching the dish that they made, and then we have dinner or have lunch together.
And then we're talking about the students here ages like 12 to 15. Is that right?
Absolutely, yeah.
So that's I would think that is an interesting age, because they're not in there just, you put kids in the kitchen, sometimes they're in there to just say, okay, what kind of mess can I make here? But that age 12 to 15, they're old enough at that point, I would think, to understand what it is that they are creating at that point, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and in critical thinking, there's a few things I'm going to have them make where we don't have recipes, and I want them to critically think, like, what can I do with what is provided here today? Because when you're at home and you're trying to find something to cook, you don't always have all the ingredients, that you need. So sometimes you got to get really creative.
It's
with your
nice
recipes.
that we have students and people of that age, again, we're talking 12 to 15 or whatever, that show an interest in this, because, man, so many of our, and I'm not trying to stereotype, I'm just saying it is what it is. So many of our young people, they think that food comes from Sheets. And God bless Sheets, not saying anything negative about Sheets, but there's a lot more to life than chicken nuggets and mozzarella cheese sticks. But those things are delicious.
Not all of us grow up with families that cook and are involved in the kitchen. I fortunately did.
Yeah, oh yeah.
My whole family, for the most part, can cook. Even my grandfather, he can make some brown beans and cornbread on a pinch if he needs to.
Yeah.
And but they're the reasons why I'm doing this. So throughout the regular school year, I just do nutrition programming. It's a multiple day thing that I do there in the classroom, and I do cooking demonstrations. And I bring in food for them to try, and I cook for them. They are so interested in it, and they keep asking me, like, oh, like, can I use the knife? And I'm like, not on school property. But, I was like, what, maybe I can do this in the summer.
Mm-hmm.
So I did it last year, and then that also led to us started writing a cookbook for the kids as well.
Okay.
So that should be released later this year through Western State University.
Okay. So this is the kids basically working on their own recipes or variations thereof that'll be in the cookbooks, or that have been in the cookbooks.
I've worked on the recipes. I developed them.
Okay.
And I wrote it and that kind of stuff. But it's kind of geared toward their skill levels.
Okay.
And there's a lot of foodborne illness prevention information in there, knife skills. There's a lot of pictures. We did a whole photo shoot for it, and it's I try to make it as informative and as interesting to read as possible. So if you have zero cooking skills, this is a very quick and easy cookbook for you to read through and get the basics.
Okay, now, and people can learn more about it. There's registration and additional details available at the West Virginia State University 4-H Summer Camps tab. It's WV State WVState.edu/4th, I think.
I believe so.
That sounds good.
We have an extension Facebook page that has the link up right now to the Google
that's
Form
what
sheet.
it is. And again, your work is supported by some pretty heavy hitters. Your USDA National Institute of Food and Agriculture. They're 100% behind this program.
Mm-hmm. Yep. The program has some other sub-programs that I'm working through right now, so it's funded through the USDA. So the curriculum I use is also USDA approved and things like that.
All right. Give us the details again where people can get more information and the dates, and give us all the info there.
Okay. So I have one spot available left for June and several for the dates in July. So the July dates are going to be the 7th, 8th, and 9th and 10th. They're at the West Virginia Health Right Community Wellness Center on the west side in their teaching kitchen. The sign-up link is going to be on our Facebook page at Western State University Extension Facebook page.
Mm-hmm.
And then from there, it's first come, first serve. I have 12 spots for each class, and the Google Forms timestamps them, so I try to be as very fair as possible.
And the participants that attend all 4 days get a certificate of completion, so they basically graduate.
Mm-hmm.
And they also get cut-resistant gloves, kitchen thermometers, cookbooks, and a fresh produce box to take home. So
Absolutely,
you got
yeah.
parting gifts for all the contestants.
Yes, I do. That way they can go home and show their families. I got emails last year from participants' mothers who were like, he keeps correcting me on how I have the handle on the stove, and I'm like, well, that's great. You won't knock it over on yourself.
Yeah, there you go. And furthermore, you're grounded, kid. You don't tell mom how to do this. Give us a and we'll close with this. Give us a quick story about one of the kids that you worked with maybe in the program when you saw that light bulb go off in them? You talked about correcting, mom or dad on how the handle should be on the stove. You have that one moment there, that one light bulb moment where you saw in a young person's eyes, okay, I got it. This is what I want to do. No names or anything, but do you have like that one moment?
I have a student that was in one of my first classes, and his mom stayed for a couple of them as well and helped out. They're really great. And he did so well. And unfortunately, he couldn't stay for the last class. There was something that came up the last day. So I made him up his chicken and get him his recipes and got all of his stuff going home and sent him home. And so they were emailing me pictures of him following the recipe and doing everything at home. Like, he could do it himself. And I've spoken to his mother since then. He actually helped pilot some of the recipes in my cookbook. And he's been cooking up a storm at home and just doing everything for his family. It's been really great to hear about.
Put that kid to work. He's ready to go. He's ready to go in the kitchen. All right?
He is. He's really ready to go. He's going to be really, really cool when he grows up and possibly gets into the field.
All right, Chef Paul and some of those other people, some of the great eateries around the state of West Virginia, if you're listening, you may want to snatch this young fellow up. But also, this is not, as you said, it's not just about cooking. It's about learning about food, whether they ever step foot in the kitchen again or not. At least they learn the knowledge about it.
Yeah,
So,
I want them to know how it affects them and how they can make it benefit them the most when they get to adulthood.
Alexandra Cruikshank, I appreciate you being here. Thanks a lot. Good stuff.
Thank you so much for having me. This was great.
Absolutely. It is 2:20. We'll take a break and be back after this. Stay with us.
We'll be right back. This is Metro News Midday. Metro News, the voice of West Virginia.
Nasal obstruction, stuffiness, blockage. Is it allergy? Is it sinus? A lot of times it may be both. The WVU Medicine Sinus and Allergy Center is a clinic where we house all specialties that take care of allergies and sinuses together. You name it, we have it. It's one-stop shopping. Anything ENT that needs done for the citizens of West Virginia, we can provide that care.
We're Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration, and we're gonna save you. We've got it down to a science, an absolute state of art. We do it all, restoration, cleaning, and reconstruction. When disaster strikes, just pick up the phone. We're Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration, and we're gonna save you.
Sunshine, open roads, and a new Toyota from Dan Cava Toyota World. Lease an all-new Camry for as low as $398 a month. All new Tundras now up to $8,000 off. All new Tacomas now up to $4,500 off, or lease as low as $399 a month. $7,500 off the new BZ or 0% financing for 72 months. We've got a Toyota for you at Dan Cava Toyota World in Fairmont. Shop the world.
Looking for a show that talks about everything? You found it.
By the way, I'm really happy to talk about this as opposed to Ryan's opinion that being a sports fan is a bad thing.
He said that it kept him from being stressed about it, not that it was a bad thing. They didn't have the stress. And, I mean, I've seen you pace.
Yeah, you're only 30 and you look like that.
So true.
Join Dave Weekly and Coop weekdays for Hotline on Metro News Television.
You own a boat because you love spending time on the water. Choose the outboard that allows you to make the most of it. Honda Marine's legendary reliability, ease of maintenance, and powerful performance keep you going strong. And they're all backed by the peace of mind protection of the industry's best limited warranty. Visit your Honda Marine dealer today and find out why it's more than an engine. It's your time on the water.
In 1914, the same year the first commercial flight soared and the Panama Canal opened, Greer Industries was born. Herbert and Agnes Greer began in Morgantown, West Virginia, striking the first pick into the limestone formation that would become the backbone of one of the state's great industrial legacies. From the roads we drive on, the buildings we build, and the communities we serve, Greer Industries has been delivering quality for decades. At Greer Industries, we've been improving lives for more than a century.
Longer days, warmer drives, and better deals at Dan Cava GMC. Hit the road in one of our new luxury GMC Acadias. Take your pick from our massive selection. Now up to $5,500 off select new Acadias and 3.9% for 60 months. The great deals continue with our large selection of quality pre-owned vehicles. All this and more at Dan Cava GMC in Bridgeport. Shop the world.
Welcome back to the show, 224, Metro News Midday, powered by Salango Law. Visit salangolaw.com. Stephanie Pauly, Ryan Nicholson, our producers today. Open Line West Virginia coming up at the bottom of the hour. What's on your mind, West? I meant what I said earlier. I was on vacation for a week, and then I think yesterday we did a best of show or something. So it's been a while since I've talked to you, West Virginia. I've missed you. And I hope that you've missed me as well. So what's on your mind? Anything you want to talk about? Call me, 1-800-765-TALK, or you can text 304-TALK-304. And it would be a good opportunity for me to say thank you for the people that sat in for me. I understand it was a combination of people, both on the network and on the local shows. Well, of course, Amanda was here, but I think Jeff Jenkins may have sat in a little bit, and perhaps Daniel Woods as well. So I appreciate everybody for stepping up. I don't go on vacation very often. You know, I had to have a couple days off here and there for medical things, but hopefully that's all behind me now. I'll find out here in a couple of weeks. But when I do take off, I enjoy it, but it's always fun to come back as well. Somebody asked me the last time I went down to St. Simons, Georgia. My wife and I did, and if you've never been there, highly recommend it. It's part of what they call the Golden Isles. You've got St. Simons and Jekyll Island, Tybee Island. It's all in that second time that we've been there. And I posted a picture on my social media on Dave Allen Radio and also at Dave A70 on X of me holding something from Buc-ee's. All right. And Buc-ee's is all the rage. So last August, when my wife and I made our first trip down to St. Simons, somebody said, you got to stop at Buc-ee's. You know, it's the world's largest truck stop and blah. So we stopped last year, because it's right off the exit in Brunswick, Georgia on the way down. So it's easy on, easy off. We went in there 7:00 in the morning on a Saturday because I travel early. 7:00 in the morning, place is absolutely packed. I mean, it's absolutely packed. So I did the Buc-ee's thing. I'm good after that. And so we did not stop. We drove right by the exit this time. We did not. But I posted a picture because a good friend of mine actually did go to Buc-ee's recently and dropped off some things for me and Amanda here. And I do appreciate that. So I posted a picture of me holding up something called beaver nuggets or something like that. I'm not exactly sure what they were, but I posted a picture on it. So I just say that, you know, if Buc-ee's is your thing, so be it. I'm glad I went. Don't know that I necessarily would go back again, but I was able to say that I went. Now I think they've got one. Somebody told me I think Florence, South Carolina's got one now. There's one in Kentucky, Tennessee, whatever. But if that's your thing, that's your thing. Don't know that I would do it again, but you know, I did not buy the T-shirt though. But anyway, just wanted to say thank you to everybody for sitting in for me while I was on vacation. So I'm done with that for a while. Don't think I'll be going on vacation anytime soon. Maybe sometime around the wedding anniversary in September. But other than that, you'll be stuck with me up to that point. You're stuck with me, giving you Open Line West Virginia. We'll get to that at the bottom of the hour. 1-800-765-TALK is the phone number. Text 304-TALK-304. I do want to let you know about something that we are going to be doing here in Charleston next week, and we'll talk about it a little bit more as we get closer. The stations of WVRC Media, and we're all over the state of West Virginia, Metro News, all the individual stations, so on and so forth. We take it seriously, not to sound like a cliche or a commercial, but we take it seriously when we use the phrase. You hear it every hour, top of the hour. We're proud to live here, too. We're a West Virginia-based company that believes in giving back to the community. All of our clusters of stations do this around the state of West Virginia. They all have different things that they do for their respective communities. Next Thursday, June 4th, we're doing something here at WVRC Media in Charleston, and it's simply called Drop Your Snacks. Now, this is the brainchild of Rob Reel from one of our sister stations here in Charleston, Superstar Country, 96.1 KWS. We're going to start on Thursday, June 4th, on our parking lot here which is located just up the street from Charleston Catholic High School, downtown Charleston, 1111 Virginia Street. We'll start at 7 a.m. and go till 6 p.m. Basically, we're teaming up with Union Mission to help feed kids during the summer break. Schools are going to be out if they're not out already. I think here in Kanawha County they're going to be out at the end of this week. If not, they'll be out soon. The bottom line is there are a lot of programs out there that try to help kids during the summer, but sometimes they fall through the cracks, and a lot of these kids, once they leave, when that bell rings at the end of May, early June, until it rings back in the middle of August, end of August, they don't have a lot of food. So what we are doing, we're teaming up with the folks at Union Mission, and we'll be out on our parking lot, 1111 Virginia Street East in Charleston, and all we're asking is people to drop off snacks. It could be packs of cookies. It could be, you can go to your local Sam's Club and buy giant boxes. You can buy a package or two. We also accept cash or check donations. We don't take them ourselves. We've got our friends at Union Mission there. They'll take it. They can go out and buy the stuff, and then we deal with them to distribute it to kids that need it. You can learn more about their organization, wefeedpeople.com. And we've got information available on all of our websites and social media, so check it out. We'll have more on it coming up Thursday, June 4th. We're back after this.
Today's Metro News television forecast is brought to you by Greer Industries, improving people's lives for more than a century.
Thanks so much for tuning in. Still for about 2 to 2.5 days, still timing and placing some rain potentially yet. And total for that time in the blues is generally around a ½ inch to an inch of rain, and the purples is around 1.5 inches and locally higher too. So again, a couple or so days yet, so we'll be timing some rain. We'll be monitoring, we'll call it a surface stationary front, and see if there are any north and south wobbles to the front. Will help direct where showers will be favorable in the state. Regardless, enough heavy moisture in the air and some areas already some previous rainfall. There's a marginal to borderline slight risk of excessive rain Tuesday and Tuesday night for flash flood potential that's out there. So remember, turn around, don't drown. High of 75, low at 65 yesterday in Charleston. Average high is 78. This morning, southern and eastern areas of the state had some passing showers, and again, for everybody, at least a chance to borderline likely chance of showers, potential thunderstorms. Can't rule out any heavy excessive rain today and tonight. Fly CRB forecast, it starts at home. Looking at some select cities here. Charlotte, 82, chance of showers and storms. Chicago, also near 82, with a mix of sun and clouds. From Panhandle to Panhandle, 70s to near 80. Chance of showers and some potential thunderstorms, especially in the afternoon, evening, chances tonight. And eastern areas may have had to dodge some showers and storms already early today. We'll still monitor chances today and tonight. Lows around the ranks of the 60s. Southern, from east to west, highs around the 70s to approaching 80 for the most part. Lows in the 60s, chances for showers and storms. And to the south, including Charleston as well. Likely showers, chance of thunderstorms. Be mindful of that risk of excessive rain. Today, chance tomorrow, ending early Thursday, and then we get some high pressure and drier air for the weekend. And we'll have some prolonged dry conditions Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Highs in the 70s to near 80.
In 1914, the same year the first commercial flight soared and the Panama Canal opened, Greer Industries was born. Herbert and Agnes Greer began in Morgantown, West Virginia, striking the first pick into the limestone formation that would become the backbone of one of the state's great industrial legacies. From the roads we drive on, the buildings we build, and the communities we serve, Greer Industries has been delivering quality for decades. At Greer Industries, we've been improving lives for more than a century.
If it matters in West Virginia, it's being talked about here.
I always said I was going to move to a mountain in Tucker County, but probably going to put a data center on it, so I got to find a new plan.
Oh, you did not.
Oh, I did. Told you I was a little grumpy today.
Oh, man, you got some zingers today, Dave. I love it.
Join Dave Wilson and TJ Meadows Monday through Friday for Talkline. Available on mobile, Roku, Fire TV, smart TVs, and online at WVMetroNewsTV.com. With Metro News Hotline, if it's trending, it's probably here.
And then the other thing, his last name is one of those weird Norwegian names where they have two vowels that slam into each other. It's like the A and the E are like cemented into each other.
You're like the 12th Dave that works here. What do you think people from Norwegian think about that?
That is fair.
Join Dave weekly and Coop weekdays for Hotline on Metro News Television.
At peacecorps.gov.
This is Metro News Midday, presented by Salango Law. SalangoLaw.com.
Welcome back to the show. 26 away from 3 o'clock on a Tuesday afternoon. Metro News Midday powered by Salango Law. Visit SalangoLaw.com. Stephanie Pauly, Ryan Nicholson, our producers today. What's on your mind? It's Open Line West Virginia. Something in the news? Anything you want to talk about. 1-800-765-TALK is the phone number. Text 304-TALK-304. Bob wants to speak to us, and he joins us now. Bob, good afternoon, and welcome to the show.
Hi, Dave.
Hey.
On the track meet controversy.
Yes, sir.
I got two questions.
Uh-huh.
I heard Dave White a couple of times talk about how none of the state agencies, since the case is pending in front of the Supreme Court, none of the state agencies could have intervened and stopped him from participating. I guess my question is, since nobody had any control over it, if this guy had demanded, could he have used the girls' locker rooms? That's my first question.
Okay.
Second, in track and field, the all-state team is automatically the winner of the event. That's the all-state team.
Okay.
Since this was a little unjust, could the SACC go ahead and name that second-place finisher as the actual all-state winner? Thank you.
All right. Well, Bob, I appreciate your calls. I don't know. I don't know what I don't know. I'll put it that way. I don't know that they could, because here's the situation as I understand it. And if I am incorrect, which I frequently am, somebody can correct me on this. And as Dave Wilson said, and I agree with him on this, the legislature is powerless to do anything. The SSAC is powerless to do anything. This is before the Supreme Court right now. So as it stands right now, if something changes to kind of complicate things, as I frequently do, the way I understand it, as it stands right now, if the Supreme Court were to act on this, then we could go down the route that Bob is mentioning. Okay, if they were to act on this, we don't know when they're going to hear this. We just don't know. And if you're wondering what's going on, you know the story of a young person by the name of I don't know why I have a difficult time saying the name. Becky Pepper Jackson won the shot put. And this story of Becky Pepper Jackson has been in the news for about a year or so. It's been in court, and the SSAC and other people have done and talked about it back and forth. And, I mean, as of right now, to answer your question, Bob, as best I understand it, nothing can be done as of right now until it goes before the court. That's the way that I understand it in a holding pattern right now. Now, let me go ahead and address something here, okay? As someone on – I'll go back a little bit, okay? And I was on vacation last week, and so, you know, you slowly, when you come back from vacation, start to play catch up a little bit. I was back home before the weekend. I was catching up on some reading and things like that, and I tried to unplug as best I could while I'm gone. And I was reading all this controversy over this. And this, with this Becky Pepper Jackson, has been going on for some time. And I commented on a friend's social media site. And what I said is, and I don't have it in front of me exactly what I said, but I only had to paraphrase it. Basically what I said is that it seems to me that there are a lot of people that have way too much interest in, and I may have used the terminology, I used the scientific terminology for the nether regions of people, okay? Didn't use the vulgar street terms. I used the scientific terms. And I said, that's what I said. Suddenly that took off as Dave Allen has no problem with this. I didn't say that. I didn't say that in the least. You know, I did not say that. All I said was, much like Mr. Wilson said, and he and I did not compare stories ahead of time, it seems to me that a lot of people who couldn't find their local stadium with the GPS seem to be very, very vested in this story. Now, you can think it's right, you can think it's wrong. I personally don't have an opinion either way. When someone says they don't have an opinion either way, that doesn't, it's just what it is. It's just I just don't care. Okay? I don't have kids. I don't have kids in school. I don't have kids anywhere. So just really doesn't matter to me, this whole story. And I just wish my problem, as Wilson said, he and I are in agreement on this for once. It seems that a lot of people are looking for someone to blame for this. Well, the SSAC shouldn't have done that. No, this is not an SSAC issue. The legislature did what they could. They passed the law 2 years ago. All right, it's held up in court. As of right now, all these people getting upset about it, you have every right to get upset about it, but nothing's going to happen right now. Now, that having been said, I will say this. It is not cool at all, to go bullying kids, okay? And that's what we're talking about. You can say this is male, you can say it's female, whatever, you can disagree on that. But some of the things that I saw posted online about this young person were absolutely disgusting. Absolutely. This is still a kid that you're talking about. Let's keep that. Let's don't lose sight of that. You can say the parents are this. This is still a damn kid that we're talking about. And the kid deserves better than that. Don't bully kids. It's not very becoming. That's where I am on that. All right. So got that out of the way. 1-800-765-TALK. That is the phone number. Text 304-TALK-304. Text, welcome back, Dave, and congratulations on the Hall of Fame. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Also, say this. Today is my 6th-year anniversary with this company, WVRC Media. I started doing the local show here in Charleston on this date back in 2020. Oh, what a time it was. When I started doing the local show, Danny Jones, of course, former Charleston mayor, he was mayor at the time, was doing the show, and that show kind of went away for a while, and then it was kind of left without a host, and then I took on the hosting duties, just doing the 9 to 10 show here in Charleston, enjoyed it greatly. I will say that it was an interesting time because we couldn't have guests in the building. We have a lot of guests on the phone. We have a lot of guests on, the various links, Zoom and whatever. I always prefer in studio. We couldn't have that for a while. And if we did, we had masks on. I didn't have to have a mask on when I was speaking. We had these giant, what looked like they came out of an old Shoney's salad bar, plexiglass looking things that were in front of us, which was the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. Like it couldn't go around it somehow if the germs were being spread. I just don't know. But it's been a world of, it seems, in many ways, it seems like it was longer, and in some ways it seemed like it wasn't that long ago. But it's a great company to work for, sucking up to the bosses here just a little bit. Thank you, WVRC Media, because I've enjoyed working here and hope to continue to work here for a long, long time. But who knows? No, I ain't going nowhere unless they tell me you got to get out. Text, the fact that we even need to argue whether a boy should be able to compete against girls is symbolic of where we are right now. This is a texter. Text for the previous caller, the SSAC does not choose the all-state teams. True. Very true. Something I should have pointed out. Text, can we just have one weekend where the president doesn't do something stupid online or in person, please, says a texter. I have to be more specific. I don't know exactly what the president did or didn't do. I did read, and I saved it, I did read the statement that I don't know if I can find it quickly enough, the statement that he put out Memorial Day. This was from President Trump. A happy Memorial Day to all, including the Democrats who disrespect our military and all the tremendous success that it's had over the last year. God bless those that have made the ultimate sacrifice. I love you all, President Donald J. Trump. That was the only thing that I saw, but he may have said something else. Text, I like the term Granville Invitational. Good job, Northern Dave. Tex, what in the heck is happening to our country? I mean, how much time you got? I mean, I'll take this into Friday. I mean, America is going down the crapper one way or the other, and it depends on which side of the fence that you are as to what's causing it. But I think that's what we all could. But look, I still think that we live in the greatest country on God's green earth. We got issues. Yeah. We got problems. We really, really do. We got divisions like this country hasn't seen since the Civil War times, maybe even worse now. I don't know. But I still think that we live in the greatest country in the world. I know. Cue up Battle Hymn of the Republic. 2:44. We'll take a break and come back after this.
We'll be right back. This is Metro News Midday. Metro News, the voice of West Virginia.
Sunshine, open roads, and a new Toyota from Dan Cava Toyota World. Lease an all-new Camry for as low as $398 a month. All new Tundras now up to $8,000 off. All new Tacomas now up to $4,500 off or lease as low as $399 a month. $7,500 off the new BZ or 0% financing for 72 months. We've got a Toyota for you at Dan Cava Toyota World in Fairmont. Shop the world.
Download Metro News Television on your iPhone or Android. Search Metro News Television in your app store. Create an account today to get alerts and watch all live and archived content. Download now.
I'm Sean Kovich, Mountaineer Golf Coach. When disaster strikes your home, business, or golf game, call the restoration company the Mountaineers call. Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration.
You own a boat because you love spending time on the water. Choose the outboard that allows you to make the most of it. Honda Marine's legendary reliability, ease of maintenance, and powerful performance keep you going strong. And they're all backed by the peace of mind protection of the industry's best limited warranty. Visit your Honda Marine dealer today and find out why it's more than an engine. It's your time on the water.
Nasal obstruction, stuffiness, blockage. Is it allergy? Is it sinus? Odd times it may be both. The WVSU Medicine Sinus and Allergy Center is a clinic where we house all specialties that take care of allergies and sinuses together. You name it, we have it. It's one-stop shopping. Anything ENT that needs done for the citizens of West Virginia, we can provide that care.
Longer days, warmer drives, and better deals at Dan Cava GMC. Hit the road in one of our new luxury GMC Acadias. All this and more at Dan Cava GMC in Bridgeport. Shop the world.
If it matters in West Virginia, it's being talked about here.
I always said I was going to move to a mountain in Tucker County, but probably going to put a data center on it, so I got to find a new plan.
Oh, you did not.
Oh, I did. Told you I was a little grumpy today.
Oh, man, you got some zingers today, Dave. I love it.
Join Dave Wilson and TJ Meadows Monday through Friday for Talk Line. Available on mobile, Roku, Fire TV, smart TVs, and online at WVMetroNewsTV.com.
Leading the efforts to build a stronger West Virginia, the High Technology Foundation has a proven plan to strengthen and diversify our state's economy. The I-79 Technology Park's high-capacity infrastructure continues to attract advanced federal operations that are driving economic growth. This keeps our young, educated residents in the state and brings West Virginians home. The High Technology Foundation, building a stronger West Virginia. Learn more today at WVHTF.org.
Justice.org.
Welcome back to the show. 12 minutes away from 3. Let me give you a little background on this story. Now, the state of West Virginia has a law that says biological boys can't compete with girls in sports. That law currently on hold under an injunction. U.S. District Judge Joseph Goodwin ruled the state could not enforce the law against Pepper Jackson while the case was under his previous injunction. He said it would be a violation of Title IX. Now, Governor Morrissey said earlier this month he's confident that the U.S. Supreme Court will rule in a similar case from Tennessee in the next 4 to 6 weeks, and that ruling, West Virginia law, can take effect at that time. So that is where it is as we speak right now. Text says, Dave, we need for every black person to register to vote and get out and vote come November. Your rights are in jeopardy when it comes to voting. I'm seeing it now in South Carolina, says a texter. Text says, you don't have kids, Dave. You don't know what it's like to have your girl work her hind end off only to lose to a boy, says a texter. I always say, I don't have kids. Text, I went past a military recruiting office and noticed they're advertising for women nurses, but not for women combat recruits. But you allow a draft dodger to be president. If a woman wants to go in combat, it should be her right to do so, says a texter. Text, hey, Dave, you're going to get you a Trump mobile phone. It's made in the USA, or so he says. Nah, I'm good. I'm good with the phone I have now. Sometimes I don't want the phone I have now. Text, my opinion on the transgender kids playing sports debate is, where's the framework to let those kids participate? It's kids' sports. It's entertainment. Figure out a way to let them play, says the texter. Text, for you people screaming about West Virginia being on its last legs, did you see the study that found that more people are moving here? I saw something. I'm going to try to research that this evening. A friend of mine actually posted something on social media about that, about people moving into West Virginia. Of course, the problem is that you have people moving into West Virginia, but West Virginians are dying because we are the oldest state in the nation. And the numbers just ain't numbering. But I did see that, but I'll have to do a little research on that. But I appreciate the text. Text says, welcome back from vacation, Dave. Hope you relaxed a little. God bless. Well, me relaxing is not necessarily, what I do on vacation. I am a person. I am my father's son, and I am a person who lives on a routine. I get out of bed the same time every morning. I do things exactly the same way. To me, that is fun. That's what I like. Not to say I don't enjoy a little time off. I do. But when I'm not the kind of person that's going to go sit on the beach, for 4 or 5 hours and look at water. That's just not me. Now, you take me shopping somewhere, because I like to look at stuff. You take me to the local eateries, local bars, I'm in. I'm in all day on that. That's usually my focus on the vacation is primarily going, where are we eating? That's where my focus is. And I had some pretty good food in St. Simon's. Text, today is May 26, 2026. Donald J. Trump caused high gas prices, high interest rates, and higher inflation the second time. He started a war he can't win. He's added more to the deficit than any other president, and he's the oldest president ever and the first to use diapers. God bless America, says the texter. I don't know about that last part. I'm going to catch... I said earlier that people should stop focusing on people's nether regions, so I'm gonna follow my own advice. Text says this whole Becky Pepper Jackson thing just goes to show you how backwards the state is. The rest of the country laughs when a bunch of backwoods bigots get their boxers all in a wad over a teenage kid. It is shameful, says the texter. Text says, bullying a teen kid isn't very becoming of those who claim to be Christians, but what do you expect? Text, my father was wounded in Korea. I hope that with all this fussing and fighting, we could at least pause for a while yesterday to remember those who didn't make it home. Text says, hey, Dave, can you do a PSA for us? Can you ask Chris Pritt to come out and collect all of his campaign signs that are still all over St. Albans? All right, Mr. Pritt. You have been called out. I shouldn't have said that because I don't know that that's true. But whomever, if you still got campaign signs out, get them down, no matter who it is. Text, what's with you Metro guys being on vacation? First weekly, then you. Now, TJ, I'm envisioning a giant mani-pedi spa near a golf course, says the texter. I don't even want to think about that, man. You need to see somebody, texter. Text says, congratulations to East Fairmont. First state tournament since 1990. Way to go, boys. Indeed. Text says, this country is morally bankrupt, and it starts at the White House and the state capitol. Please, God, have mercy on us. With that, it's 2:53, and we'll wrap it up after this.
Be right back. This is Metro News Midday. Metro News, the voice of West Virginia.
Download Metro News Television on your iPhone or Android. Search Metro News Television in your app store. Create an account today to get alerts and watch all live and archived content. Download now.
Leading the efforts to build a stronger West Virginia, the High Technology Foundation has a proven plan to strengthen and diversify our state's economy. The I-79 Technology Park's high-capacity infrastructure continues to attract advanced federal operations that are driving economic growth. This keeps our young, educated residents in the state and brings West Virginians home. The High Technology Foundation, building a stronger West Virginia. Learn more today at WVHTF.org.
In 1914, the same year the first commercial flight soared and the Panama Canal opened, Greer Industries was born. Herbert and Agnes Greer began in Morgantown, West Virginia, striking the first pick into the limestone formation that would become the backbone of one of the state's great industrial legacies. From the roads we drive on, the buildings we build, and the communities we serve, Greer Industries has been delivering quality for decades. At Greer Industries, we've been improving lives for more than a century.
I'm Sean Kovich, Mountaineer Golf Coach. When disaster strikes your home, business, or golf game, call the restoration company the Mountaineers call. Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration.
You own a boat because you love spending time on the water. Choose the outboard that allows you to make the most of it. Honda Marine's legendary reliability, ease of maintenance, and powerful performance keep you going strong. And they're all backed by the peace of mind protection of the industry's best limited warranty. Visit your Honda Marine dealer today and find out why it's more than an engine. It's your time on the water.
Nasal obstruction, stuffiness, blockage. Is it allergy? Is it sinus? Odd times it may be both. The WVU Medicine Sinus and Allergy Center is a clinic where we house all specialties that take care of allergies and sinuses together. You name it, we have it. It's one-stop shopping. Anything ENT that needs done for the citizens of West Virginia, we can provide that care.
Sunshine, open roads, and a new Toyota from Dan Cava Toyota World. Lease an all-new Camry for as low as $398 a month. All new Tundras now up to $8,000 off. All new Tacomas now up to $4,500 off or lease as low as $399 a month. $7,500 off the new BZ or 0% financing for 72 months. We've got a Toyota for you at Dan Cava Toyota World in Fairmont. Shop the world.
Download Metro News Television on your iPhone or Android. Search Metro News Television in your app store. Create an account today to get alerts and watch all live and archived content. Download now.
.org.
Welcome back to the show. I was going to say fresh off vacation, but I'm the one that's fresh off vacation. You were on vacation 2 weeks ago.
I kind of feel like I'm fresh off vacation. How about that texter who was giving us a hard time?
Well,
the hamsters are allowed to get off the wheel every once in a while, aren't
now and
they?
then. So we had you on vacation,
Jeez.
followed by me,
Yeah.
and followed by what's that guy's name? TJ.
TJ.
Now, and Wilson's not going to get off for a while because he's got like this 9-week softball baseball thing going on. So I don't know whether he's doing softball, but I know he's doing baseball.
What
so.
would happen if all the Daves went on vacation at the same time?
There you go. We could go to a Dave spa. See what I did there, Ryan? Dave spa.
That was pretty good.
Yeah,
That was pretty good.
Ryan just ate a handful of thumbtacks in there when I said that. But you and I were talking off the air, some of the best conversations we ever have are, on the Dave Unplugged. We talked about,
Right.
we were talking about food, and I was talking about my trip down to St. Simon's, and man, did I eat good.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it's, if you're ever in St. Simon's, Davis Love III actually has a pub down there.
Really?
Yeah. Jim Brown is from St. Simon's.
Jim Brown, the football player?
No, Jim Brown.
Jim Brown.
No. Yes.
Who
Jim,
owns a liquor store?
Yeah.
No, I got you. I got you.
I mean, when I went
What
to
a
Wikipedia,
stupid thing to say.
well, no, there's other Jim Browns,
Right.
including one that listens to the show on a
Okay.
regular basis
All right.
and calls in from time to time. But no, it's a great place. Go for the food. Not very touristy. They wrap up the whole town at 9:00 at night, which is perfect for me. All the restaurants close, and they're like, you got to go somewhere else, But shrimp. I had some cheesy grits at a place called Porch. They have on the island, they have at least 4 places that I know of that have been featured on Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives.
I love that show.
They told me a quick story about about Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. Now, nobody, if you watch that show, thinks that Guy Fieri actually drives that Camaro everywhere.
No, not everywhere.
But they literally said when he pulled up in front of Del Sur, which is one of the top restaurants on the island, they literally pulled up the trailer, he got in, and he drove approximately 20 feet and got out. Hi, I'm Guy Fieri. Welcome to, that's as far as the driving went of the Camaro. So there you go. What you got on the show today?
We're talking about allowances.
Okay.
Allowances. Adjusted for inflation, kids today get bigger allowances.
Okay.
So we're going to talk about what did you have to do for your allowance and what did you do with your allowance money?
I need to ask my wife for more allowance money. That's exactly what I need to do. All right, I'm going to actually head down the street. I'm going to go do a little TV right now.
Well, I was wondering, that's a snappy jacket.
Look, AB's not the only one. I'm going to do Inside Politics with Rick Johnson, and I will tape that. It'll air this weekend. See you tomorrow. Till then, have fun and love somebody.